This is One Broke Gamer Girl, and this is my review of Wolfenstein: The New Order for the PlayStation 4. I bought this game on a holiday sale so long ago that I don't even remember when I actually bought it. What got me around to actually playing it was that I watched a buddy of mine play it for an hour using the PlayStation 4 Share Play. I thought that this game looked awesome, and I wanted to be able to play it for myself, so I did. I started the game about a week after I did the Share Play thing with my buddy, and 3 weeks later I had the Platinum Trophy, and then this game was ready for a review. Wolfenstein: The New Order puts you in the role of B.J. Blazkowicz in an alternate universe where instead of the US and their allies winning World War II, the Nazis win. After a major battle that leaves B.J. basically useless for years, he's finally back and ready to take down the Nazis and restore the world to what it should be without their influence. To do that, he'll need some help, and he'll find it in an underground resistance that will help him out and give him missions along the way in this action-packed game. Generally, I'm not a big fan of FPS games where there's a lot of action and a lot of things going on at one time, except for a few games like Borderlands and Bioshock, but damn, this game was amazing. I loved the intense, in-your-face action, the overall well-thought-out story that fit this game perfectly, and just about everything else that came with this game. This game, which is basically 10 to 15 hours of shooting Nazis, actually made me care about certain characters and what happened to them. Not only did it do that, but it also gave you villains that you just couldn't wait to take down. Throughout the game, I felt like I was feeling what BJ was feeling, and when a game can do that to you, you know it's a good one. I like the fact that while the first time I played for the story and was totally into it, so into it that I felt that swell of accomplishment when I took out the final boss, that the other times I played it, to go back for the collectibles and to play on Uber, that I felt like I didn't need to concentrate on the story that much. I could just enjoy the intense action that each and every chapter offers. Yes, there were some cutscenes that could have been skipped, even in those playthroughs, because I felt like even though I was playing for the action, I still felt like I had some attachment to them. Overall, I can't say enough good things about this game. I wasn't sure how I was going to like the playability of this game because of the whole sometimes sneaky, sometimes just go out there and shoot everything on sight mechanisms that this game had, but I have to say that it worked out perfectly. There was a perfect balance of when you could be sneaky and when you just had to go out there and be super loud. The dual-wielding guns was also an amazing perk that just made this game even more fun. The only problem that I had was that on Uber mode things got a little laggy. I don't know if it was because of the amount of enemies or everything that was going on at once, but I did notice that lag and died a few times because of that. While this wasn't a major problem, it still exists inside the game, and it was a little annoying. I really enjoyed the graphics for this game because they just looked amazing on the PlayStation 4. Every single environment was detailed, the cutscenes were just flawlessly created, and the facial animations were dead on. I mean, wow, this game graphically blew me away. I don't know how many times I've said that I'm not really a graphics person, but this is one of those games that is just so visually amazing that I have to be in awe of it. Finish this game and you'll get yourself a new Platinum Trophy and 50 other trophies to go with it. The trophies are basically a standard list that include playing the game, making certain choices, finding collectibles, solving codes, leveling up your perks, and playing on the hardest difficulties. It sounds like a tedious list, but really it wasn't, and because I had so much fun playing this game, I didn't mind going back and grinding to level up my perks or finding the collectibles. I'm usually not a fan of the whole playing on the hardest difficulty type trophy, but with this game, I thought it was a challenge and a real blast to play. When I got the Platinum, I felt a real sense of accomplishment there. This is strictly a single-player game, and I applaud Bethesda and Machine Games for doing this. Mostly, there could have been a tacked on multiplayer that would have been basically like Call of Duty. Instead, the focus was on single player, and for that they get some bonus points. So good on Bethesda and Machine Games for making this a strictly single player game, because there are still a lot of us out there that actually like a single player experience. Overall, I give this game a 5 out of 5. Here's what's great about it. The story of this game revolving around an alternate universe where the US didn't win World War II, and you playing as a soldier who joins the resistance to take down the Nazis is just genius. Not to mention, there is great character development in this game, making you care about each and every character that is in BJ's life. This also makes for some great villains that you can't wait to take down. Also, the switch between being sneaky and being all out guns blazing is flawless, and it's all based on how you want to play. There are some bonus points thrown in there for the dual wielding weapons, which was really cool. The graphics for this game were amazing, and they were just crafted to perfection as everything works for this game, including the environments and the facial animations. Here's what's not so great. The only problem was that when I was playing on Uber mode, the game became a little laggy because there was so much going on at once. This game was such an amazing game that I really can't praise it enough. It has everything that you want from a game. A hell of a lot of action, a blockbuster story to back it up, and some pretty amazing graphics. I had an awesome time playing it, and even going back and doing some grinding. I couldn't believe that this game actually made grinding fun. Anyway, if you're a fan of the Wolfenstein series, then this is one of those games that you can't miss. If you're new to the series like I am, then this is a great starting point. I never felt like I was lost or didn't know what was going on. If you're looking for a game that has a great story and in-your-face action, then look no further than this one.